Welcome to Kiran Study Hub. Please subscribe to my channel in the YouTube. Hello students. Today in this video let us study the chapter The Impact of British Rule in India. The first concept is civil services. Lord Cornwallis was the Governor General who introduced the civil services to India, or the administration of civil services. Lord Cornwallis in 1800 opened Fort William College in Calcutta to provide education for the people aspiring to join civil services. But this initiation did not find this about this initiation was not supported by the directors of the East India Company. Hence, till 1853, all the appointments were done by the directors of the East India Company. But from 1853 onwards, the appointments for civil services were done through competitive examinations. See, from 1853, Indians got an opportunity to enter the civil services. Lord Cornwallis was of an assumption and argued that all the natives of Hindustan are corrupt. Because of this, only lower grade jobs were given to Indians. After Battle of Buxar in 1764, the Mughal Emperor Shah Alam II gave Diwani rights to the East India Company in the Bengal region. Because of this Diwani rights, British or the East India Company brought dual government or dual governance in Bengal. As per dual government, the Indian king has got the right to administer or do administration in the Bengal region, whereas collecting the taxes, collecting the land taxes from the people, the Bengal came to the or went to the East India Company. Now East India Company can collect land taxes, where the Indian king can do the administration in the Bengal region. This kind of system is called as dual governance or dual administration or dual government. Now let us study the judicial system. Warren Hastings became governor of Bengal in 1772 and established two types of courts in each district, a Diwani Adalat or civil code and Nijamat Adalat or criminal court. In the civil code, Hindus were dispensed justice as per the Hindu scriptures and the Muslims as per the Shariat. But slowly, civil courts also came under the control of or the administration of European officers. In the criminal courts also, slowly the British legal procedures were introduced. Though the criminal courts were under the control of Quajis, they were functioning under the supervision of European officers. The police system. Lord Cornwallis implemented the efficient police system in India for the first time. The police system was introduced to control the internal law and order situation. And Lord Cornwallis also introduced the post of superintendent of police, and he divided the district into many stations, and every station was controlled by Kotwal. Similarly, every village was controlled by Chowkidar. Kotwal was given more responsibility, and Kotwal was accountable for the thefts, crimes and other law violations at the village level. But the severe drought conditions of 1770 led to weak law and order situation. Because of this, the entire police system came under the control of British officers. And slowly, the police officers were under the control of magistrates. In 1861, a new act was brought in the India, that is Indian Police Act or IPC. But even after many years, Indians were not appointed for the post of officers. There was a lot of discrimination happening. In 1902, the Police Commission was appointed. As per the recommendation of Police Commission, suitable Indians qualified for the post of the police officers were appointed. Even after so many reforms, the discrimination against the Indians did not end. The military system. The military was the base of administration during the British rule. The British appointed the Indians in the military, and with the help of military, the British conquered India and ruled India. With the help of military, the British suppressed the challenges posed by the outside as well as inside forces, and that is how they protected the supremacy in India. But in the military, most of the Indians were just soldiers. The Indians can maximum reach the rank of Subedar. Again, all the officers' posts were reserved for British. In 1857, the British government accepted the recommendation of Peel Commission, and as per the recommendation, the military system was redesigned. Land tax policies. The East India Company had to pay 4 lakh pounds to British government annually. In order to fulfill this commitment, the company implemented many land tax policies in India, and the first one was permanent zamindari system. This system was introduced and implemented by Lord Cornwallis in the Bengal region during 1793. Under this system, zamindar became the landowner, and the zamindar was expected to pay the agreed land taxes to the company. And in the system, the zamindar was free to collect any amount of land taxes from the farmers and could retain the excess money collected and pay the agreed amount to the company. In this system, the zamindar and the company was benefited the most, but the farmers were the grave sufferers. But if the zamindar is unable to collect land taxes due to floods and famine, the ownership of the land was taken away by the company from the zamindar and it was given to another zamindar. Later, this system was extended to Bihar, Odisha, Andhra and Varanasi regions later. The Mahalwari system. In this system, the East India Company entered into an agreement at the level of Mahals with regard to payment of land taxes. The Mahal means taluk here. This system was implemented in Uttar Pradesh, in some parts of Madhya Pradesh, Punjab and Delhi. This system was implemented by R.M. Bird and James Thomson. But there was many differences in the implementation of the system from region to region, and big and small zamindars were part of the system. The Raitwari system. The Raitwari system was first implemented in Baramahal region by Alexandre in 1792. This system was later extended in the Madras and Mysore region by Thomas Munro in 1801. In this system, both the farmer and company were directly linked. In the system, the tiller or the farmer was recognized as the owner of the land, and the farmer had to pay 50% of the produce as land tax to the company, and the land tax had 30 years tenure, and every 30 years the land tax was reviewed. Even though small farmers were given land ownership, but they were imposed heavy land taxes. If the farmer is unable to pay land taxes, the company officers were taking strict actions and the farmers were punished severely. Sometimes due to crop failure or famine, the farmer used to borrow loan or take loan from the money lenders. If the farmer is unable to repay loans to money lenders, then they have to sell their land to the money lenders. That is how the farmers even lost the land. In the system, again, the farmers were the grave sufferers. According to Charles Metcalfe, the Indian farmers were born in debt, lived in debt and died in debt due to land tax policies of the British. The impact of British land tax system. Because of the land tax system of the British, a new class of zamindars was created. Zamindars exploited the Indian farmers. Because of this, our Indian farmers slowly became landless. Land became a commodity and loans could be raised by mortgaging the land. Our Indian agriculture sector became commercialized and our Indian farmers were forced to grow raw materials such as cotton and jute, which was needed by the industries back in England, and the money lenders also became strong. The modern education system of British. In 1781, Warren Hastings started Calcutta Madrasa. In 1792, Jonathan Duncan started Sanskrit College in Banaras. Later in 1828, the Lord William Bentinck was made the Governor General of India, and Lord William Bentinck appointed Macaulay as the member of Governor General's Executive Committee, and Macaulay was also appointed as the chairperson of Committee on Education. Macaulay, after serious study, gave a report, and that report was education report, and this education report was submitted in 1835, and this report became the base of modern education in India. And Macaulay's policy aimed at creation of new class of Indians who were Indian by appearance but British in intelligence, opinion and taste. Later, after 1830s, the use of English medium in Indian learning system started. In 1854, Dalhousie was a Governor General appointed the Charles Wood Commission for educational reforms, and Charles Wood Commission later gave the recommendation, and as per the recommendation of Charles Wood Commission, the Lord Dalhousie established universities in Calcutta, Bombay and Madras, and later education was universalized in India. The impact of British education in India. Because of British education in India, Indians could develop modernity, secularism, democratic attitudes and nationalistic ideals. It also gave support for local literature and languages. Slowly there was emergence of newspapers, journals and magazines. Indians using newspapers scrutinized the policies and working of British government. There was also emergence of social and religious reform movements such as Brahma Samaj, Arya Samaj, etc. The thoughts of thinkers such as J.S. Mill, Rousseau, Montesquieu brought new thinking in the minds of educated youth of Indians. Even the freedom struggles that was happening across the globe also influenced Indians, and Indians now started understanding the Indian culture and started appreciating the Indian culture and rich tradition, and the British education system created a new generation of Indians with progressive attitudes. Thank you.